Welcome to our tour of the 2018 Nuremberg Toy Fair. Our main focus will be on the Marklin booth and its exciting range of new items. This year it also featured a real locomotive in shape of the famous Emma, which we will talk about in greater detail later on. We will start our tour with a 1-gauge model of a truly powerful engine. The first examples of the Sirius V188, the heavy double engine, have been delivered.
This
is a really powerful engine. On our test layout it pulled 25 kilograms up a 5% slope. The engine itself weighs 8.2 kilograms, with both units powered. All in all, the engine really comes with all the best available features. This includes a perfect soundscape, smoke generators and rotating fans. This year we've decided to develop the Sirius 78 from completely new tooling. It comes in a total of 8 versions. There's the Prussian, the Württembergian, the DRG1, the Era 3 and Era 3B versions, the Era 4DB, a French SNCF version and a DR East version. A beautiful engine. The design process of this great model has already been completed. Sirius 103, a legendary locomotive. The 1-gauge model was recently revised, with both the roof and the trucks coming in a new improved shape. Our next item, the club model in Z-scale. The brand new Sirius E41 in steel blue has never been realized as a Z-scale model until now. The engine was equipped with many details that are a little unusual for a tiny Z-scale item. For example, the handrails and metal wires on the roof. A bell-shaped rotor motor is at work on board. I think our Insider Club members can look forward to a really nice model. This year, all friends of the Z-scale should make sure to keep an important date in mind. The annual Z meeting will be held in Altenbeken in April, and this is truly a must-attend event for any Z-scale fan. Now we're moving on to Minitrix. Club members may look forward to an Era 3 model, an electric engine that's commonly referred to as the firecracker. Sirius E41 374 is a fairly exotic locomotive, so to speak. It used to be situated in Frankfurt, where it received a rather unusual color scheme. Then there is another great model from Era 2 for the occasion of 90 years of the Rheingold train. For the first time, the S36 as Series 185 will be released as an N-scale model with the longer tender of type T31.7. We also have an Era 4 model in store, Sirius 150, with headlights on both ends. In addition, a contemporary item commemorating 30 years of the German Interregio services, the Sirius 103-228 in the long driver's cab version. Of course, Swiss railroads are always an item as well. This year we have the Gotthard Panorama Express. Some of those cars also make it as far as the north of Germany as part of an intercity express. A selection of matching accessories will be available as well. Structure kits are always a nice addition. This year we've come up with a locomotive shed in Rottweil, which is a nice half-timbered building. The shed used to accommodate steam engines and thus nicely fits our popular transfer table. Another theme is the BAG depot Hohenlohe. It used to have a sidetrack up until 1996 and thus can be used to depict freight loading scenes from Era 3 through 5.
Also auch da kann man über Epoche 3, 4 bis 5 hinein schöne Verladeszenen nachspielen.
The land of the 1,000 volcanoes. That is one of the many wondrous places that Jim Button and his friend Luke the engine driver visit in the famous book series by German writer Michael Ende. Jim Button's story is now depicted in model scale as well. The Marklin layout was first presented at the recent Nuremberg Toy Fair. It also features the mystical island of Lummerland, which is home to Jim, Lucas and their beloved engine Emma. For many decades, kids have been reading about their adventures in Andy's books. I didn't read it myself, but it was read to me when I was a child. Yes, little Emma has been popular with so many kids. The model has turned out really cute. Moreover, we were able to depict so many nice little details on the model as well. It looks great. The movie will hit the cinemas at the end of March, and the DVD will be released just in time before Christmas. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful movie for the entire family. It's one of the biggest films to ever be produced in Germany. At the moment, it looks as if the models will be ready for delivery when the movie opens in cinemas in a few weeks around Easter. The real Emma that depicted the engine in the movie drew quite a crowd at the Marklin booth. Yes, that was quite an effort that we made to haul the locomotive over from the film studio in Babelsberg. It was well worth it, though, as it is a topic that will ensure media coverage and which has been received extremely well so far. The film creates a positive image for railroads in general, and even if we did not make any profit from this, it would still be worth it, as it creates such a good atmosphere for us as well.
Selbst wenn wir an der Sache nichts verdienen würden, ist es ein tolles Thema, weil es einfach so positiv abstrahlt auf uns.
The model is being produced at the Marklin site in Győr, Hungary. 50 years of LGB. The big anniversary calls for a fitting celebration.
Wenn ein RHB-Fan X-Rod hört, kriegt er feuchte Augen.
The Yaks Rush is one of the most coveted items for fans of the Russian Railroad. We've decided to relaunch this high-end product of our predecessors in Nuremberg as a full-metal model with a functional interior drive and 2 powered trucks. This item comes at a price of €3,999.99, which is close to what the original model would have cost about 20 years ago.
Bewegt sich damit aber auf dem Niveau der alten High-End-Modelle, die irgendwo auch zwischen 6.000 und 8.000 D-Mark angesiedelt waren, und das bereits vor 20 Jahren.
The LGB has given much attention to the Alpine railroads of Graubünden, Switzerland. Back in the day, there were fairly large steam engines operating for the RHB, such as the Sirius G45 with 4 drive axles and 1 idler. Our model depicts the engine as it looked in era 1 and 2, and thus fits the LD1, which we released last year. In addition, there will be matching passenger and baggage cars available. Of course, other railroad companies have beautiful steam engines in store as well. Some of them can be found in eastern Germany. This would be Sirius 994652, which can usually be found on the island of Rügen in northern Germany. The big prototype of this engine still operates there today. A smoke generator is mounted on board the engine. Its output will be synchronized with the movement of the wheels. It can get a little boring for skiers after the lifts have closed down and it's too early for dinner. Many people therefore find their way to an après-ski bar. This car holds such a bar on board. Meanwhile, the railroad company operates 2 cars like this, as the first one proved very popular. From here we're moving on to a drier climate. Anyone who has been to the area around San Francisco may recall the Napa Valley wine train, which is not really a historical train, but one of the popular dinner trains. Travelers can enjoy an elaborate, high-end dinner on board. Our train is pulled by a large engine, Sirius F7. The set also comprises 1 passenger car and a freight car. It will be expanded bit by bit in the near future. Those anniversary models all look great for sure. These cars belong with a real powerhouse of a vehicle.
Ja, dieses Jahr haben wir den Dampfkran. Das ist der 57 Tonnen Dampfkran von Arelt. Anders als der Goliath.
This year we've developed a model of the 57-ton steam crane of Adelt, the Goliath of Era 3 with its green color scheme. The model comes with a lot of nice features, such as a smoke generator. In addition, the crane can be rotated, raised and lowered. The nice thing about this particular crane is that it doesn't need an extensive amount of safety cars, but it is usually accompanied by a single safety car which holds the lifting unit, and a second freight car that holds tools and such. As a result, the train is comparatively compact, but still offers so many different options for playing.
Aber vom Spielwert ja doch groß, weil man wirklich hochklappen kann, drehen und alles Mögliche machen kann.
The model comes with many great details and functions. It's made from completely new tooling and will of course be released as a Trix model as well. This year's anniversary is a reason to be joyful for the Marklin executives.
50 Jahre LGB. Ich bin's selber
50 years of LGB is a wonderful occasion. Behind me you can see the matching models. I'm particularly delighted by the fact that it's already considered the most beautiful advertising locomotive that has ever operated for the RHB. As I've personally visited the RHB many times, I also came across the famous Yaks Rush. I consulted with my colleague if we should dare to build a fine art model of this item, and we have actually accomplished this feat. In fact, it's already nearly sold out by now.
Was wir mit dem Modell jetzt tatsächlich in die Tat umgesetzt haben, und wir haben es schon beinahe durchverkauft.
Of course, we wanted to honor our loyal club members on the occasion of the 25th anniversary. For this reason, we are releasing a model of Series 50 with a top-style tender.
Auch ein schönes Modell, die Baureihe 50 mit Wannentender.
An extraordinary item, the club model for 2018. The Crocodile is a legendary engine. It's been operating at the Gotthard line since the 1920s as the first electric locomotive. It's versatile, powerful, and a truly regal engine. Personally, I am very happy we finally managed to exchange the rather chunky couplers with smaller, more elegant ones. Here you can see one such new coupler that looks almost as fine as our standard couplers and comes without the chunky boxes at the end. What a fascinating piece! Still, there is yet another anniversary to be celebrated. This is a very emotional topic for me, as I lived in Gotthard for many years when I was there to help build up the new site. I met many wonderful people there who I greatly value as part of the team in Hungary. It's now been 25 years for this location, and its employees and I am very much looking forward to those celebrations.
25 Jahre auch eigene Marklin-Mitarbeiter, deshalb ich freue mich unheimlich auf das Fest.
One particular vehicle has long been a favorite with the Marklin fan community.
Das sind einfach Lokomotiven und Wagen aus der Epoche 3 und aus der Epoche 4.
Those would be the locomotives and cars of era 3 and 4 that we would like to have permanently in our program as opposed to one-time series. This includes true classics such as the V60 or V200 that have been completely overhauled and revised. They were equipped with a centrally mounted motor, and the interior was redesigned as well. All in all, those models are wonderful classics that come at an inexpensive price. Of course, the new and elegant Sirius 03 needs to be a part of the new product line as well. The gap between locomotive and tender has been revised on this half-O model. This is only the beginning of this series, and we are aiming to expand it over the next several years in order to create a great basic assortment of steam, diesel and electric engines.
Schönen Stamm hat an Dampf-, Diesel- und Elektrolokomotiven.
To wrap things up, let's take a look at the accessories assortment. This year we've come up with a simplified version of flower bed construction. They're called Deco Minis and include little plants pre-assembled and attached to small patches that can be put directly onto the layout. Water is an important topic as well. This time we've settled on a detailed design and have come up with a couple of products that are perfect for creating waves. Another exciting new item is the Haunted House with its spooky light and sound effects. It is accompanied by a graveyard and matching figures. Our customers wanted to create their own little worlds that are more peaceful than the real world, and I think this is an increasing trend of people turning to their little peaceful worlds that they can create for themselves. In contrast, Faller has new items on offer that take up a little more space, such as a rubble loading scene that can be equipped with a side track. Their most exciting new item, however, would be the container terminal. Here, the colorful containers are being unloaded from the trucks and onto the waiting railroad cars or vice versa. Both Marklin and Trix have many suitable freight cars in store. Garden railroaders will be delighted by this beautiful rendition of a church. The model will suit many different types of layouts. Heikki presented a range of nice new rocks. They're made of tin foil with a linen coating that allow modelers to effortlessly create different rock formations. The innovative material also comes in handy for designing water courses. The Bush Company is celebrating an anniversary as well. Their first model was released 60 years ago. In 2018, their assortment has a wood theme which presents many wonderful ideas for model railroads. From logs, log splitting machines to wooden boards, their new items can be used to create so many different scenes. The narrow gauge railroad can be used to haul many goods. The ancient trade of the charcoal burner is depicted here as well.
Ja, wir haben in beiden Nenngrößen unsere Bahnhofsausstattung mit sehr vielen schönen...
We've come up with many nice little items for railroad stations in both scales. Furthermore, there are family homes in half-O scale and a beautiful bridge in N scale. We are also offering genuine rubble and a matching glue for authentically modeling ballast in both half-O and N scale, the latter being suitable for TT as well.
Und allem drum und dran und den in H0 und für N natürlich dann auch für TT geeignet.
We hope that you enjoyed our little tour across the fairgrounds and are now looking forward to the selection of wonderful new models.